A handle is something that sticks out, and everybody's banged against the door handle and hurt themselves. So I like the idea that you could do something which was really super friendly. And I think there's something about roundness, and it came to me actually when I had children. I used to be very angular, and then suddenly your kids start running into the corner of the table and tripping over stuff, and everything. I noticed, this is post-rationalization, I noticed that everything became rounded after that. And this time we're going super, super fat and trying to inflate things. So there's a more generosity in a way. Big is better, So there's lots of reasons to be fat. I play bass, so maybe that's the fattest sound of all, right? So maybe there's a link there if you want to make one. Realistically, the music business was incredibly useful for me, not so much because it's influenced the design, but it taught me that you can produce your own ideas, you can learn your own instrument, and you can have an attitude, and you can make a business out of it. So that attitude, which is quite band orientated, quite London, without going to the Academy of Music, without being taught how to play your instrument, but suddenly making something because you've got a strong point of view, is something that I've definitely adopted into design business. So I'd say that in music has had a really big influence, but probably not from the obvious connection. I started off making metal objects and trying to bend tubes, and I've always been fascinated by door handles because they have a very tight bend, which is quite difficult to do. If you know how to work metal, doing that really tight bend there, I mean, I couldn't have done it, but D-Line have managed to do it, so that's good. And particularly with fat tube, because it tends to collapse as you bend it. And then I like the idea that there's a softness about a very hard metal object, which reminds me a bit of some pop art like Klaus Oldenburg or Jeff Koons, where they inflate a hard object and make it look soft. When we have objects that are successful, they tend to work in several different aesthetics, and then also people give them their own narratives. I think that they look quite kind of space age. It looks like it might have come out of a cartoon film, and I quite like that. So I call it expressive minimalism just because that's the simplest way I can describe it. I still want the thing to have a very legible function, so you understand that it's a door handle. It's not trying to not be a door handle. I'm hoping that it really will do exactly what I was saying from a kind of style perspective, is be appropriate for professional areas like prisons and hospitals, but also for nursery schools and art galleries. For me, a success is when you come across your work in an unexpected circumstance.